Hello everyone, and welcome to this audio podcast. This audio podcast is part of the Chromulin series. This audio podcast as part of a Spectro integer, and this audio podcast as part of a Storm Robotics production. In today's audio podcast, just sort of a look at some of the references or citations as part of this as part of the clinical correlation publication from 2015. Some of the references thus include some of the citation references include works by Rogers and team from retrospectively from 2006, looking at diagnostic tests and algorithms used in the investigation of hematuria, systemic reviews and economic evaluation, and works that was published in health in health tech in health technology in health technology assessment assess journal in around 2006. Works are through publication by a publication by Cameron as part of the textbook, a sort of a useful textbook looking at sort of in around the generalities of in around renal disease. So publication by Cameron, a book publication looking at common clinical presentations and symptoms in renal disease, and there's a specific chapter looking a specific chapter in Weatherall in Weatherall's Oxford Textbook of Medicine, and as part of a book publication from in around 1996. So again, a little bit sort of important, but again, sort of more retrospective. And then there is a publication from a publication from Richie and team looking at the importance of occult hematuria found at screening, and this was a publication in the British Medical Journal, and in around from the late 1980s, 1986. So again, a little bit retrospective, and then there are publication by Parvesky and team from 2013, which 2013, a commentary on the 2012 KDIGO clinical practice guidelines for acute kidney injury, AKI, and where the publication was through the American Journal of Kidney Disease in around 2013, and works also by works also by works also by Jalala and team from 2002, 2002, looking at glomerular changes in microscopic haematuria studied by quantitative immunoelectron microscopy and in situ zymography or zymography, and works are published in nephrology, dialysis, and transplant in around 2002. So those are some of the citations. Some of the citations or references in as part of this clinical correlation publication from 2015. And so that draws this audio podcast to a close. This audio podcast as part of a Chromulin series. This audio podcast is part of a Spectro integer, and this audio podcast is part of a Storm Logistics production.